Hey, how we doing?
Hi.
Okay.
Hey, how we doing?
Oh my goodness, I gotta mute that. I forgot to mute that before I switched. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
Okay, for some reason my stop audio was not unmuting, but we're good now. We're okay. Let me unmute this tab. There we go. So, a couple things before I get right into before we get in today. Stream cannot be any longer than 2 hours, so please, if I end up having to cut early, help me keep track of where we left off, and we will start early tomorrow and finish up. That's only if I end up having to cut off early. And secondly, we are currently waiting on our food to be delivered, so if we are, if I go on BRB really suddenly, that's probably why. But I've set up, I have finally set up,
Hotkeys.
yes, hotkeys to switch faster so I can prevent things happening in the future. So like if I have to go like this but still talk to you guys, I have to go like this and still talk to you guys. I can. I hit the wrong button. But I can also go like this and it still works. So, you know, I'm having fun pushing all the buttons. This should be working. Yeah, okay. I had to switch over really quick. I just had to check. Violet. So, I guess we're gonna do another 10 pull for Vil real quick because I've been grinding all day. I've been grinding all day to try to get one more pull out of this. I really need this card to show up. So we're going to try this one more time.
Without making a poor financial decision.
So, we're almost at 80.
But you also have a paid pull if you need to.
Yes, but I'd rather not use it if I don't have to.
That is very true.
So, we're going to be at 80 pity for this one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think he's got zoomies.
I gotta turn this down. Forgot to do that. One feather. Violet, we're busy.
Oh.
Purple. Well, there was only one feather, so.
However, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Violet.
Not usually.
Are you
I
okay?
don't know anyway.
Ask my cat if she's okay.
We do know that there's a guaranteed SR every 10 pull, though.
Yes.
God.
Oh, I think she's... ma'am.
Oh, I'm going to kill this man. It's fine.
Oh. We'll deal with it later.
I will deal with it later. Now I have full LP. I will deal with that after stream. But it's fine. Let's...
Archive.
Yes, I was working on that.
Wrong button.
I always hit the wrong button. Why do they have to have 2 settings buttons? It always freaks me out and makes me screw up.
Because the one settings, but they should have made it like a rotate. Like a...
I only have 8 chapters of The Phantom Bride.
I want it to come back.
I want it to come back too, so I can get that India card
I want
missed.
Riddle's card. I know it's also I think it's also when you get from the story, like, but...
Okay, where were we? We're right here. Chapter 1, Super Hungry.
This is with Azul's group, I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea. We'll find out.
I believe it is, because Epple and his macarons. Violet. She's entertaining herself.
No, I believe Group A consisted of myself, Deuce, and Epple, correct? You want to take him? No? Yes, sir. I'm ready when you are, Azul.
Where should we start?
Do either of you have anything you'd especially like to do? I'm not sure. I haven't actually been on many trips before.
Same. But I guess I'd like to do something you can only do here.
Rather vague answers, but not unexpected ones. I had a feeling you wouldn't have any specific ideas. You're in luck, though. I did research beforehand and formulated some plans. Now, if you ask me what should be prioritized on a trip, I would say gustatory, olfactory, and tactile experiences. You can't get those through books or the internet, after all. I believe cuisine is the most efficient way to understand a local culture since it develops according to the region's very soul. What would the two of you say to that approach? I'm losing you both, aren't I? I'm suggesting we go eat some of the local foods. Oh, I get it now. Sounds good to me. I was just getting a little hungry.
Do they not know what the word cuisine is?
I have no idea. I think they zoned out.
I'm up for that too!
I trust you have the Fleur City maps you were given beforehand. Let's visit the busiest part of town first.
Okay! Nice. That was good timing. The reindeer.
Wow, just look at this place.
It's incredible. You know, harvesting's in the Shaftlands too, but the streets and houses look so different.
I wonder if it's this busy because of the festival.
Hardly. Fleur City's always bursting with life.
Why, hello there, Rolo. You have impeccable timing. We were hoping to sample some of your iconic foods to better acquaint ourselves with the city itself.
Well, if I were to name something representative of our city...
It would be bread, I take it? I did a little research on your fair city before we left.
I'm very industrious of you. I hope that was correct.
It's nothing so grand, really. Would you be willing to recommend a bakery to us?
Wait, bread? I mean, I like bread as much as the next guy, but we can get that anywhere. Hard to imagine it as an iconic food.
Yeah, I don't know. The breads in the cafeteria and school store are great, and what I can get in the Kingdom of Roses is just as... You smell that? Whoa, something smells amazing. It's making me super hungry.
Me too. It hit me the moment I caught a whiff of that goodness.
I detect a strong sense of butter as well as the pleasant aroma of bread baking.
There's a long-standing bakery I'm rather partial to nearby, and it smells like they just finished baking their fresh batch. Let's pay them a visit. I like mumbled the word visit, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna check on our delivery for food, so... Let's see. Yes. Okay. Hi.
Hi. She's begging us for food.
It's not time yet. Ma'am. It's not time yet. Come here.
Or not. Whatever.
Whoa, check out all the pastries.
This is like 10 times bigger than any of the bakeries on Sage's Island, actually. Probably more like 20 times bigger.
They do have a surprisingly large selection.
We have a long tradition of bread baking in Fleur City. Our flour has been milled by a windmill on the edge of town since the old days. Our bakers use the freshest flour, which shows in the final product. There are a number of famous bakeries here. More recently, they've started using a watermill on the Soleil to mill flour as well.
Demand creates supply, and supply creates demand. A truly wonderful cycle. Now that I know every step of the process is done here, I'm even more interested in trying some.
Hold on.
Yep.
I'm pleased to hear it. It's a privilege to be able to provide you with a glimpse into our culture. Honestly, I could skip the history lesson and just bite into a whole honkin' loaf right now.
Honk! Yeah.
Why did they have to make the noise of...
Come now. Shouldn't you boys be taking this time to learn about Fleur City? I'm sure Riddle and Phil impressed upon you what a valuable learning opportunity this is. It's not all fun and games.
I don't care. Just... Okay, that wasn't me.
Me either, which means... Rolo, which type of bread would you suggest we try?
You sure changed the subject quick. Who knew 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼 could read that loud? I would suggest these. Croissants. They look a little plain compared to the other pastries, like the ones with filled fruits and chocolate. Croissants are special though. They're filled with nutrients that invigorate the townsfolk's mind and bodies. And they are far superior to the typical loaves of bread or baguettes. Their taste is simply incomparable. I always make the point of having a croissant on special occasions.
After such a ringing endorsement, I feel I must try one.
Ooh, it's still warm and it smells great. I just can't wait. Down the hatch!
The stock eating sound. It makes me laugh every time.
There was another stock noise.
It's fantastic! What a distinctive weedy flavor. I believe I'm tasting a blend of bread flour, cake flour, and whole wheat flour. Fresh butter and aromatic dough form layers, which gives the pastry an unbelievably light, crispy texture. The sweet glaze on top brings out the natural sweetness of the dough itself, all accentuated by a rich, salty butter flavor. I could eat a whole plate of these.
I'm already eating one, but Azul's just making me hungrier. I'm gonna get another.
I'm just checking the mic. Okay, sorry, I got paranoid.
That it wasn't on?
Yes!
It is!
I know, but I had to check. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Hi.
I have to keep checking it. It's driving me crazy. Me too. In fact, I'll get 2 more. You two sure have healthy appetites.
What can I say? They're super good. You could get another too, Azul.
That's alright. I prefer a more systematic approach to my energy intake. Besides, I wouldn't want to fill up purely on bread. This place has wheat in abundance, and you know what that means, don't you? Nope, I don't follow.
Neither do I. Go on and tell us, Azul.
Wow, you're so honest. Maybe too honest. Being around you is throwing me off. It's probably because we don't run in the same circles. I was implying that Fleur City is also known for its sweet confections.
Indeed we are. You really have done your research. There's a popular patisserie nearby. Allow me to take you there. I know how to read it, but not how to say it out loud. Hard words.
Let me check my text.
Did you?
Yes. I have to text Dad back. Ah, nope. That's the one.
It's 2.
That's the one. I keep messing it up!
Hi, guys.
I'm still getting used to the hotkeys.
Here we are.
I can smell the sugar. Oh, look! Trey's made me those things before. They were unbelievable. What were they called again? Financiers.
Financiers? They're made with wheat flour, almond flour, and browned butter.
You can just see how buttery they are. I imagine they're a bit calorie dense.
They taste as rich as they look, quite befitting, given the name financier. You see how they look like bars of gold? They say those who eat them will line their products with riches.
Pockets?
Products. With riches. Pockets
Riches, huh? Sounds like the perfect treat for you, Azul. I don't believe in leaving things to chance, but I suppose doing something for good luck couldn't hurt. What's the difference? Oh, there's a world of difference between simply hoping for providence while doing nothing and covering every possible base. I think I get it. Maybe? It means there's no point in crossing your fingers and hoping for good grades on a test if you didn't bother studying for it. Oof. Rollo, are any of these treats supposed to improve test scores?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, too bad. Isn't that just terrible, Deuce? Can't even argue with that. A lesson learned then. If you can't take the heat, get out of the patisserie. But if you're ever truly in need of help, my doors are always open.
While we don't have any academic
Panaceas.
we do have many other sweets. Lately, I've noticed gluten-free confections growing more common. This is right here, the bestseller. Whoa, are those macarons?
They certainly are, though a little oddly shaped.
They're shaped like bells. They're meant to look like the bell of Solus.
Ah, of course. They're small enough that I could just pop one in my mouth. I think I'll have one.
The stalk.
It's nice and sweet. I should bring some back for the guys at 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙅.
Unfortunately, macarons don't keep well. They're a treat to people. They're a treat people can only experience while they visit here.
The yellow color was a good choice to evoke the bell, and the ganache filling is as refreshing as it is delicious. And I believe those are little nuggets of dried grapes and apples in there too. They look like colorful jewels. Oh, Apple.
They're definitely good, but not filling at all.
Why do you look so unimpressed, Apple?
Oh, that's scary.
I thought macarons were your favorite food. How'd you know that?
That's scary.
Likes and dislikes are the first thing you should look into when you want to get closer to someone. But was my intel mistaken? Would you prefer something with a stronger flavor profile? Hold on, guys. Gotta get food. It showed up. You. Alright, hi, we got food. We ordered Panera. Haven't had it in a while. Our dad paid for dinner, so. There's cat hair on this piece of macaroni. It fell down. It fell down the. I'm still gonna eat it. I'm used to it.
No, I'm good, I think.
Excellent. Then my intel bears out. Go on, Apple. Have as many as you like.
Thanks. No. Why are you begging me for a piece of bread?
You know how she is with her bread. Carrying Housewarden in chapter 4, right?
Huh?
Oh, I just hit the wrong one. Hold on, I'll skip. Carrying Housewarden.
Violet.
Hey, back off, man. Is this a general store?
God. Okay. Yep. That's right. Go on and have a look around.
It looks like the perfect place to do some souvenir shopping. True. Perhaps I'll pick out a few things for your 𝙎𴜏 students. What? What's with that reaction? It's rather rude, you know.
Azul?
Buying souvenirs for students? What's so surprising about that? You're going to actually give them away for free? That's generally what you do with gifts, yes. What do you two take me for? I'm capable of caring for my fellow 𝙎𝑒. This is a fine chance to convey my gratitude to them. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Sorry for suggesting otherwise. Hold on.
Golly, Bill said you were greedy and told me to be careful around you. But you're a caring house warden is all.
Just so. I'm a very caring house warden. No, I never said I wouldn't expect anything in return. What's this? Wooden blocks with letters on them?
Those are study aids for children, building blocks to help them learn the alphabet. There's a letter on one side and then a word starting with that letter on the opposite side. Children in Flourish City use them all the time.
Neat. Let's see what kind of words they have. Apple for A, baby for B. That's cute.
An F for festival? There's a picture of the children playing at a festival under the word. They're easy to understand and easy to look at. Yeah, I bet little kids would love blocks and learn a lot from them.
Of course.
In the past, lessons were more demanding. Children had to study much larger and more complex words. But people complained that the curriculum was too hard for children to understand. So nowadays, building blocks with simple words are most common. It's deplorable, really.
So these are building blocks. We don't have them in the Coral Sea. What fascinating toys. Wait, you don't use building blocks under the sea?
You physically can't.
No, wood doesn't tend to last long underwater. They're not common. We do have study aids made from shells, though. Do all land children play with building blocks? Nah, I don't remember playing with any. I mean, I might have just forgotten, but Mom says I've always loved playing outside.
Yeah, my family says I was always big on sledding and climbing trees. Lots of outdoor stuff.
You're both so active. Even if I'd been born on land, I doubt our paths would have crossed. Well, I still need to find a souvenir that would be easy to hand out to a large group. I'll look around a bit longer.
Certainly. I'll take my leave then. I should go check on the others.
Thank you for so kindly showing us around. I'm sure we'll see more of each other later.
I gave you a piece of bread.
How going?
Huh?
How going? Just the bread.
You want to dip it in my soup?
No. It's okay.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I know you have more bread too.
It's okay. I'm gonna have some of mine too. That's why I said I didn't want it, because I have so much. I can only save it and reheat it. Well, we've eaten our fill and procured souvenirs. Let's stroll over to the festival grounds, shall we? Okay. Yeah, you can have it. Oh man, that's a lot of stalls. I see fruit, vegetables, bread, fish, processed meats, cheeses. They even have antique shops as well. I suppose there are no restrictions on what shops can sell here. One could do brisk business if they planned well and avoided competition. There is no shortage of customers either. Yes, what a fine place for trade.
You always see things as the seller rather than the buyer, huh?
Of course. I have to keep a sharp eye out at all times, or I could miss a golden opportunity. Oh hey! If it ain't Deuce's group. Hello, Group A. Are you enjoying yourselves? Why, hello, Professor Train, and greetings to you as well, Yuma and Grim. Yes, we're having a most enlightening time. I do so enjoy field work. Find anything interesting? Oh, yes, we found the perfect study aids for Deuce and Ethel.
Hell,
What are you... Wait, you're not talking about the building blocks, are you? Don't believe him, Yuma. That's just Azul's idea of a joke. Are you about to walk around the street? We could join you if you'd like.
that was a funny joke.
I'd be delighted to have your invaluable guidance, Professor Train. By all means, do. Welcome aboard.
Oh hey, that stall there.
Tear?
That stall there sells accessories.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. What's this? Looks like a necklace.
That pendant's a wooden frame with some kind of netting inside. What an odd design.
There's just a dinky rock in the center. Boring! My ribbon looks way cooler than that janky necklace. You're really into your outfit, huh? Let me see that. Ah, that's a classic Florida City charm necklace. Well, well. I took you for a tourist, but you know your stuff. Oh, anyone my age would know that. What's the charm supposed to do? There's an old saying about it. When you wear this woven band, you hold the city in your hand. Interesting. So when someone wears it, they become rich enough to buy a city? Do I have that right? Well, hard to say. Nobody knows what it's really supposed to mean these days.
I'm having way more fun with this than my actual stand. So no one knows what it does. That's kind of a letdown, considering it's a charm.
I recall more stalls carrying them the last time I was here. Yeah, well, they're kind of hard to explain, and they went out of style a while ago. Nowadays, tourists barely know what they are. They're more for locals than anyone else. A curious design with a cryptid meaning. They'd get a kick out of that. I think I'll pick up two for Jade and Floyd. So you're getting souvenirs for them, too. Not like compensation for minding the dorm while I'm out. The necklaces are suitable and not too expensive. Say, Yuma, are you and Grim buying any gifts for people? I'm looking for just the right thing. It's always wise to be careful. You won't let me know if you find anything particularly memorable. I might consider picking it up for myself. I'm good as long as I can eat my weight in snacks. But hey, maybe I'll get Ace something if I feel like it.
You shouldn't eat that much snacks, Grim.
I'm glad I'm in Group A. So your group has been exploring the city in a systematic manner, following 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼's lead. Okay, you can put it there, that's fine. And it sounds like Spade and 𝙬𝙾𝘼 have been both cooperative and eager. We should be on our way, but keep up your learning. Consider your knowledge a prize you'll take back to school.
It's really good.
Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you again when we have to meet up.
That is way more hot without the bread. Ooh. We still got time before then, right? What else can we do?
How about... Deuce, Apple.
Yes?
Here, these are for you. I picked them up when I bought the necklaces.
Ooh, this is stuff. I don't mind. Honestly, I might just eat my sandwich.
Hey, we got a line.
Really? What a pretty bag. Ooh, there's a pencil in here. Did you burn yourself?
No, I chewed on the wrong tooth.
You'll still be able to reach it, right?
Okay. Apple's is red and mine is yellow, huh? Wait, these are gifts for us? Yes, they are.
What's the catch?
There is none. I bought them to commemorate this day.
Really?
Okay.
Wow, that's so nice of you. I feel like since you got it for me, it'll help me study better.
Yeah, same. I'm feeling better about my next test grade already. I'm surprised though. I didn't expect you to get us a gift. Apparently the local company that makes them has been doing so for ages. I went for sketching, but I tried one out and it felt nice to write with. I hope they'll give you the motivation to apply yourselves to your studies. Thank you! You're so easy to talk with, Azul. And you've got a great sense of humor too. I actually thought you'd be more intimidating.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm in Group A now.
To think one little pencil was all it took to soften him up. I promised to be friends with trusting freshmen so the next few years of school would be easier. But these are alarmingly credulous. I can only imagine how rough Riddle and Riddle have it.
Did you read Riddle theme twice?
I said it's because of the way my...
Riddle and Riddle. That's what you said.
It's hard to say V with the...
With bread in your mouth.
Yes.
This is really good.
Good. I'm glad. You two make me fearful for Night Raven College's future.
Huh? Why is that?
I like to both to ponder that very question. Now, let's move on, shall we? There's more to see in only so much time.
Lead the way. I've been so much better about that. The cold medicine wore off.
Yeah.
Now my head hurts.
It only goes away. It goes away after 4 hours, dude.
4 to 6 hours. Or so.
Alright.
Where are we?
Chapter 7, Time to Hit the Road. So, I'm gonna say this real quick. This part of the story comes in 3 parts. There's 1 part for Group A, 1 group for Team Star, and 1 group for Team 1.
Team 1.
So, I'm pretty sure they all have they're all 1 to, it goes from 1 to 18, and then it goes to 1 to 18 again for the whole thing. Or is it?
It goes.
Or is it 1 to 6, 7 to?
1 to 6, 1 to 6, 1 to 6. I think.
No, because this is chapter 7.
Okay. I think it starts at 1. It starts at 1 again when you go to the next group.
Well, I guess we'll find out and see how it works. Nope. Field work is just a fancy term for unstructured wandering time, and absolutely terrible for loners. Still, it's better than when teachers go, okay, time to make your own groups, but not by much. Anyway, the Team Star members are... Oui! Eep! Greetings, ʾ ģeissachambur. Team Star consists of yourself, Silver, Ruggy, and moi. Such a bright smile, a sheer extrovert aura is no joke. If only Azul were here to balance it out with some shadiness. Oh, you think it's too bright out? I guess the brim of your hat isn't all that wide. That won't do at all. Would you like to borrow my hat?
Wow, Rook, you're as oblivious as Colleen. Reminds me of your good old facepalm brigade.
Oh, hey, Ricky's got some shade going on underneath his athletic exterior. But is it just me, or are we all talking on different wavelengths? What are we, an adventuring party from an isekai transmigration novel? Words, hard. Wow, idea. Okay, so no. It's 1 to 6 for Group A, 7 to 12 for Team Star, and then 12 to 18 for Team 1.
Yes.
So we should, if this goes well, we should finish before 6:30.
I put my spoon down right there.
Okay, yeah, it's with my thing.
This is so good.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad I picked good then.
Nothing's wrong with barbecue chicken.
I know.
I can't make heads or tail of what you said either, you know. I've got a feeling this group's gonna be a train wreck in progress.
Well, what would everyone like to see in the city?
Hello?
Hello?
I think it was just that lag. I want to check out some local handicrafts. And some specialty goods. After all, we're having a feast.
Red, free meal. Finish.
Tonight.
Are you looking for souvenirs? I was hoping to buy one for Lilia myself. Perusing popular products could provide an insight into Fleur City itself. I like that idea. Try to say that 3 times fast. Woo!
What's that?
Perusing popular products.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to pick up something for Ortho while we're exploring too. I want to get the main quest out of the way fast. That way our job here will basically be done.
Our job is attending the social.
The social's already begun for me. Sounds like we've got a consensus, so let's get questing. Time to hit the road.
I'm glad Ortho convinced him in that way, though.
And you know what, Idia? You're doing a great job at being team leader. I know it sucks.
He's composed himself a little bit.
I know it sucks, because I've been there, but...
I've never been a group leader.
Have you ever done the entire thing for a project by yourself, even though you're supposed to have other people do it with you?
In middle school, yes.
And you have.
Okay.
Because...
I remember making a whole slide by myself, and he just read it off with me.
I would have told the teacher.
I didn't. I should have, though.
Would have gotten a lower grade. Oh, how stunning. You can just feel the history emanating from the city streets. Not to mention there are flowers growing everywhere. How fragrant Fleur City is. Beauty, flowers, colors, light, festivities. The sheer sparkliness is overwhelming.
Felt that.
Yes, it truly puts me in a lively mood.
Pretty much everyone around here is dressed like us. I thought we'd stick out like sore thumbs, but nope, we look right at home.
I desperately want to get this walk over with as fast as humanly possible. So, hey, the map says there's a flea market in this area. That could cover all our needs. Interesting, we should check it out. Ah, what a lovely flea market. The splendor of the colorful tents make my heart go pitter-patter.
Ah, yeah, wonder what kind of finds I can dig up. Oh, hey, someone dropped their hat. Whoa! It's filled with coins.
You're right, it's an upside-down hat with coins inside. They're in front of every shop.
Okay, I know what's going on here. Someone lost this. Wouldn't it be best if I picked it up?
Somehow I doubt it'd make it back to its owner, lol.
Surely you're not thinking of pilfering the contents of that hat.
Ah, bonjour, Roy de Moche. Bonjour, Roy de Moche. Mouchoir, whatever. My friend with the ornate handkerchief.
Were you perchance... I'm gonna say perchance because that's just what came off my mouth.
Okay.
Addressing me with that Roy title?
Oui, but of course. He's asking because there's nothing of course about it. Don't worry, we're not trying to steal anything. Reggie thought someone lost this and wanted to return it to its owner.
Yeah, I resent that accusation. Oh, is that so? I beg your pardon then. No one lost it. People put their money in those hats when making purchases.
Huh? Wait, so like, he's beating up old hats or their cash registers?
Indeed.
Have these people even heard of security?
Pardon? It's a long-standing Fleur City tradition. There's a saying that if you place a hat upside down and put money in it, the money will find its way back to you in no time if it ever gets lost.
And so people just leave hats full of money out in the open? I know the shopkeepers can see them, but anybody can swipe one and run.
This must be a real safe part of town. Indeed it is. We pride ourselves on the practice. It's like a symbol of how peaceful we are.
You know, Rolo, you came at a really good time to explain that, because if you wouldn't have showed up, they all would have been ruggies and he would have left.
He comes in at the right times every time. He knows the right times to interrupt.
The whole place would go bankrupt if someone like Ruggy set up shop here. You want me to do it?
No. I have to finish doing it in order to do the laugh.
Do you want me to do the laugh and you do the rest?
No.
Wow, rude. I'm kind of on a time limit here, child.
I know. Sorry about that.
I know you're eating, and I get it, but...
Shh. I take that as a compliment. Yes, well, sadly, we still get ill-mannered outsiders visiting our city, especially around festival time. So the people in town always form a city watch to keep the peace this time of year. See that figure standing up under those lights? And in one in the front of the building behind us? They're part of it.
The way they stand does remind me of guards.
Yikes, good thing you told me all this now. The City Watch was made up of volunteers who were inspired by the Righteous Judge. Tales claim that the Righteous Judge was an ardent proponent of improving city security during his time. It's a wonderful thing. We must deter any and all wrongdoings.
Agreed. When someone does something wrong, it's important to give them a chance to reflect on their mistakes. Wouldn't it be easier to set up security cams and sensors rather than having people stand guard in our town? It seems to me like digital solutions could manage money and peacekeeping efforts way more effectively while letting everyone rest. Then again, I guess you're not supposed to change up traditions. It's like the whole point. It's simply marvelous how your peaceful city of happy residents instills its citizenry with a sense of diligence and pride. Idia, you're whispering like that hurts me.
Oh. She tried to meow and nothing came out. Hi, silly.
Well, let's take a look around at what's for sale, shall we? Bonjour, monsieur. What fine weather we're having. A perfect day for treasure hunting, is it not? Bonjour. Yes, I absolutely agree. Have a look at whatever you like, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Oui.
They're talking.
So, are you from the Chaplansburg? None. My homeland is the sunset savannah. And how are you fitting in so well?
Yeah, the way you act, like you were born and raised here.
You honor me. It's because of how bright, friendly, and beautiful the people of this city are. I read up a bit on Fleur City beforehand and found that it's practically bursting with art. One of my favorite plays is set in this very city, in fact. The potential new discoveries I could make set my very soul aflame. Too much energy. I can't deal. And we've stumbled upon some beauteous works already. Look at the tiny wooden figures on sale here. Are they not delightful?
Huh, neat. Those are some real old-fashioned toys.
I see a lot of similar figures at the other stalls as well.
Yes, they're one of our traditional crafts. No one knows their exact origins, but people have made them for a long time. Old wooden figures have been found within our school's bell tower as well. Oftentimes they're sold with miniature wooden houses.
Oh, you're right. There are model buildings for sale, too. They're pretty big.
This one is a model of Noble Bell College. See the bell tower in it?
This one here looks familiar to me. And so does this one. Why, they're identical to the view we saw from the bell tower. It's a miniaturized version of the entire city. Delightful!
Neat, but they're still just chunks of wood, right? I mean, kids' toys are usually pretty cheap.
Now just wait a minute, Ruggy!
Whoa, jeez, I didn't know you could yell that loud, Idia.
Look closer. See the joints? What's this about joint locks now? The shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all articulated parts designed to be moved.
Yes, that's a more modern one. They used to be carved whole from blocks of wood, but over time, a demand for greater levels of detail arose, and they began making the parts separately, so I'm told.
Both techniques take serious craftsmanship. These figures are incredibly detailed, Ruggy.
So?
This isn't some garage kit. It's fully scratch built from wood. I've never seen anything like this before.
So?
These have to have been made by some famous master craftsmen.
Don't care. It's still just wood. If it's not valuable, I'm not interested.
Hey, don't knock it. A detailed figure like this could fetch hundreds of Thalmarks. Easy.
Huh?
Well-made figurines aren't just toys. They're works of art. You wouldn't believe the premiums they can go for.
These ones here are a few Thalmarks each. Are you saying I could get 100 times that on resale or even more? Okay, you've piqued my interest. Tell me all about them.
I'll get some for Ortho, too. Oh, good. I'm glad he is enjoying himself. He's been so quiet. I was worried he might be feeling under the weather. Thank you, Rollo.
Well, that wasn't the point I was trying to make, but still.
Aw, Silver cares about him. Well, then again, he cares about everybody.
He's just a humble man.
He's a good boy. Surprised he hasn't fallen asleep yet.
He's focused. That's why.
True.
If you're up and standing around and moving, it helps a little bit.
What's this sparkly thing at the next stall? Ah, it's a glassmobile. Very pretty.
They're popular here. People like to hang them in windows. That said, we don't normally buy ready-made ones.
You don't? You mean this is handmade?
Indeed. Each household makes their own from scrap materials they collect. This stall selling handmade goods for tourists, no doubt. The ones people craft at home are made from used bottles, broken dishware, extra decorations, and so on. They're so beautiful it's hard to believe they're made from what is essentially junk. I find there's a certain modesty in their bright shine, a fine decoration, wouldn't you agree?
Such beauty! The sunshine takes on different hues when shining through the glass. The red of passionate lips, the yellow of a freshly bitten nectarine, the green of early summer trees, the blue of the soleil. It's a kaleidoscopic stained glass that shifts when viewed from different angles. I should get one for Vil.
You see the world through the eyes of a poet. Ah, now that was some good shopping. What's this you're looking at?
Rollo told us it's glass. Isn't it pretty?
Oh man, I was hoping for gems, not glass. Never mind, interest gone. Ruggie, on the other hand, is a mammonist through and through.
It's rather relaxing to listen to the glass pieces clinking together. Sounds like you've taken a shine to it, Silver. Perhaps you could pick one up as a souvenir. I considered it, but I think Father would prefer something flashier and more fun. Oh, getting something for your dad, huh? Are you actually going to ship it back home?
It's good to honor your parents. It's not part of the flea market, but there's a store with handcrafted goods a bit further up. Some of their wares are entertaining. I imagine he'd enjoy a selection if he likes flashy things. Allow me to show you the way. Here's what I'd recommend.
Are these handkerchiefs? Plain blue handkerchiefs. No offense, but these look way more basic than those glassmobiles.
Ah, but there's a trick to them. Shopkeep, I'd like to buy one of these.
Sold. Here you go, sir.
Now observe.
Get down! Whoa!
It's just...
Huh? I thought that sharp noise was some kind of attack. Looks like it was just red smoke and confetti. Whoo la la, that startled me. Silver just tackled and covered us in one swoop. What kind of guy just busts out an Adonis move like that so instinctively?
What was that? Thank you for giving the exact reaction I expected. In fact, it was even better. This is the type of firework. When you blow strongly into the handkerchief, it sets off a noisemaker and smoke.
My, how curious. I don't feel any heat from it, yet it still generated noise and smoke. Does it use magic rather than gunpowder? I gotta admit, hiding a trick like that in a plain old handkerchief is pretty rad.
What would he even use it for, though? Oh, children usually play pranks on one another. I'm told some of them also use it as a distraction so they can run from grown-ups who are scolding them.
It's pretty well made for a basic prank. I love this kind of stuff. It's flashy, loud, and fun. Sounds like it ticks all the boxes for you, Silver.
I don't know, man. It's a kid's toy. Would it really be good for a dad?
You're right, Lydia. This would make a fine gift.
I would?
Father loves surprising people. I'm sure he'd enjoy a unique handkerchief like this one. Huh. Your dad sounds like one playful dude. He is. A bundle of fun and cheer all around. Shopkeep, I'd like to purchase this.
I'm glad you like it. I'm always happy to help someone do something nice for their parents. I should go check up on the others.
Merci, Rollo. Our walk with you has been most entertaining. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
I feel alive again?
Yes.
Well, we got what we wanted and plenty time to spare.
Yes, we don't have to meet up with the others quite yet. What should we do next?
Hello? Huh? What was that noise?
Phew, I feel alive again.
Huh? What were you drinking, Idea?
Famous Floor City grape juice. It's grape-tastic. Why?
When did you even buy that? And who ditches their group just to get a drink for themselves? You're a junior. You're supposed to be more mature.
Dude, you don't have to go full aggro on me. Unlike you guys, my stamina's non-existent. My fatigue meter is beyond max right now. So I was replenishing my sugar and water before I keeled over. I wouldn't want you guys to just leave me collapsed on the street. That looks good. I was just getting thirsty myself. Likewise, perhaps we could all go get some drinks? Count me in. I hear someone behind us. Oh, hey there, Grim, and 𝙎𝘖𝘏, and Professor Train. I'll admit, I was a bit concerned when I saw the roster for Team Star. But I can see you're all out and about, doing fieldwork as a proper crew. More or less.
Just barely.
We were about to go buy some grape juice. 𝙎𝘖𝘏 was telling us about it. Oh, that's a fine idea. Fleur City grapes are delicious. 𝙎𝘏, you should try some as well. I say we join them.
I love Professor Train so much.
You kind of get to love him a lot during
this event.
Number 12, you guys rock.
He's a wholesome old guy.
Like, during the main story, you don't expect him to be like this because, he's all strict and, history of magic, blah, blah, blah.
He's strict during class, but outside of it, he's very... just a wholesome old dude.
Yes. Well, here's where I got my grape juice. Let's see, grapes for sale, available for eating by the bunch. We can also juice them for you. The choice is yours. Whether enjoyed whole or as a drink, you'll see why they're the jewels of our city. You'd even break the 5-second rule for them. That's what the signboard says. And I note they do in fact sell baskets of fresh grapes. I suppose people just stroll around eating them. How unusual.
Sounds like they just choke on the seeds that way. That's what I always make sure to chew them real good.
What a tough choice. Fresh grapes or grape juice? What are you gonna get, 𝙎𝘏? I'm thinking the juice. Yeah, good choice. Your hands don't get all messy with juice, and it's an easier way to get all the nutrients. Plus, they juice the whole grape, skin and all. The vendor was real pushy about it, actually. They were like, the skin's where the good stuff is. You gotta have the juice. That's a good point, and you could use all the nutrients you can get, 𝙎𝘏. Ugh, you all just made it harder to decide. Now I want both. As much as I'd like to buy you both, it wouldn't be fair to the other students if I did. You must be judicious when the funds are You must be judicious with the funds the head mage gave you. Never fear, Grim. I shall pay for my dear underclassmen. Whoa, for real? Nice! You're the man, Rook. Huh? Okay, I'll pay too. Oh dear, my apologies, 𝙎𝘏. Have I overstepped and put undue pressure onto you? This is simply my way of showing gratitude to our group for spending the day with me. Think nothing of it. That only adds to the pressure. Here. I mean, it's not like a few drinks are gonna break the bank for me anyway, so, I'll cover half. You will? Thank you. Sweet! Now I can get both! Thanks a ton, guys. I'm greatly humbled by your generosity. Hunt and Shroud, you've both shown laudable consideration. I hope the rest of you appreciate it. Oh, you bet I do! 𝙎𝘏, Rook, you guys rock! Thanks a bunch! I'm gonna start with the juice. No, that's a tart one. It goes down so smoothly, perhaps because it's a concentrated juice. The rich grape flavors enhance, but in any case, it's delicious. Grapes are rich and satisfying on their own as well. Wow, it's like sweeter than sugar. I've never had grapes this sweet before. The vendor told me they've got vineyards outside the city. That's right, grapes are one of Fleur City's specialty crops, and they're a popular thing to get loved ones. Even now, the people running the vineyards selectively breed their grapes to try and create better varieties. So I could eat even better grapes next time I'm in town? Already planning your next visit, huh? You might be getting ahead of yourself, Grim. Phew, that was a real treat. We'll be checking on the other groups now. Do continue learning, everyone. Thank you for the lovely time, Professor Train. And of course, 𝙎𝘏 and Grim, too. See you soon. Later. Next time, huh? I've got to make sure Arthur can try some of these grapes then. And for that, right now... Okay, what do we check out next? I'm down for more food if you guys are paying. I'd like to thank you all as well, actually. Please, let me know what you want and I'll help you find it. Truly, would you assist me in finding souvenirs for everyone? Right now, I just have to make it through these next few extrovert-filled days. You can do it, 𝙎𝘏. My boy. Okay, group boring. Group board, assemble! You don't have to shout at the top of your lungs. We can hear you just fine. We must not keep Malleus waiting. So group 1 is myself, 𝙎𝑒𝑏, Rosehearts, and Viper. I hope we'll have an enjoyable time. So do I, Malleus. I was worried when 𝙎𝑒𝑏 started arguing and insisting that he join Malleus's group, but honestly, I'm glad he has a proper guard. Of course, Malleus's safety shall always be my first priority. For my part, I'm interested in broadening my horizons by learning more of the city's history. I did some reading prior to our departure, but that's no substitute for experiencing a place firsthand. What are the rest of you? I certainly have no objections. I think that's a wonderful approach. I was also hoping to learn more about the city. Agreed. I'd like to see the sights and get the real Fleur City experience. Ah, so you're all interested in learning more history. I applaud your mindset. Jeez Louise, I thought this was group 1, not group boring! I respect their attitude. You're interested as well, Yuma. There are some spots I could recommend. They impressed me greatly when I saw them years back. They're not for tourists, though, so you won't find them on your maps. Would you like me to show you around? You don't mind? I'd be happy to have you, Professor.
Hi, Avatar.
Hi, and I believe we have a place to start. Shall we get going? You were gone a very long time.
Sorry.
Here we are. Ooh, the waterway. Love this. It's so pretty.
This is this part where he talks about his life.
I believe we're under one of the bridges that connects the city to Nobleville College. I didn't even notice at first that there was a pathway when we were on the bridge. This is the entrance to an underground waterway. As Fleming mentioned, the Bell of Solace is the heart of Spiller City. But it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say these waterways are its nervous system. They developed alongside the city itself. So these are the waterways that run throughout the city. They're all made of stone, just as I read. They look rather old. Oh yes, it's a complex so vast. It's a complex so vast, and not even locals know it in its entirety.
I've read about them as well. They were built so the whole city could use the water from the Soleil.
Yes, though that's not their only function. Here's a question for the class. What other historic purpose did these waterways serve?
I can answer that.
Shh, don't spoil the fun now. Not everyone did research beforehand, remember. A fine point. 𝙎, what do you think the answer is? Huh? You're asking me? I'm in my liege's presence. I absolutely have to get this right. Professor, I request a hint. How gallant. Very well. This isn't the only entrance. There are many hidden throughout the city. Throughout the city, you say? 𝙎, the waterways are right in front of you. Enter them and look around for yourself. Yes, sir! It's pleasantly cool in here. There are pathways wide enough for people to walk down on both sides of the water. It's too dark to see much, but I presume the walkways continue for a while. Judging from the wind, there are side passages as well. It's no use. I feel close, but the answer still eludes me. Okay, bored now. How's about you give up on this stupid question and move on? It's been mere minutes! Give me a little longer! Here's another hint. What would you do if your liege tried to take a walk through here alone? My liege? Alone? Why, I would insist on accompanying him, of course. Who knows what manner of miscreants could be lurking in the shadows waiting to strike? I have it! Did people used to hide in these waterways? Correct, 𝙎. Many tales claim that this place served as a hideout for some residents. Not even I know what sorts of people would stay here. But it's quiet and cool down here. Perhaps it wasn't actually comfortable.
The literature I read said that some residents even referred to the hideouts as court. It's fascinating.
Well done, 𝙎. That little hint spurred your imagination and led you to the correct answer. It's a simple question indeed for a proud guardian of the great Malleus. Whatever. Even I got it. Even now, these waterways mark the lives of people who are often made invisible by Fleur City's outward prosperity. They're a great way to learn about the area's history. Yes, and I much prefer the quiet here to noisier sections of town. I could spend a rather long while here. Yes, they're not exactly a tourist attraction. The most foot traffic they get is from the occasional local out for a stroll. I happened upon this place when I vacationed here years ago, and it was just as quiet then. It was a great spot to relax after many hours of tiring sightseeing. So this place was really more of a memorable date spot for you and your wife. My own history is hardly a topic of interest, I assure you. Where did you rest exactly? I'd like to see it myself. I'm interested to hear more about your travel adventures with your wife. This discussion is over. For what reason? Malleus just asked you a question. You owe him a proper answer.
True, it could give us a deeper understanding of this place's history. By all means, tell us more.
You guys, stop gaslighting him.
Her claw stabbing.
What?
Her claw.
Violet, be nice. Guys, you should probably drop it. I said the discussion was over. I apologize. I was only engaging in some light banter. I had no idea those three would show such interest in the topic. Really now, you guys should know better than to tease your teachers, Viper. Though in the other's case, they all appear entirely earnest. At any rate, let's go back up top. Apologies for making you listen to an old man reminiscing. An apology is hardly warranted. This was quite a novel experience.
You know, I just realized it's been unusually quiet. Is Grim not with us?
Now that you mention it, he isn't. Where did he go? He better not be causing any trouble. Look, there he is, on the other side of the bridge. He's standing stock still in front of some building. When did he sneak off? Grim? A traditional hairstyle. We're almost done for the day. I've been zooming through this. I was worried we weren't going to finish.
And you have like what?
An hour-ish. Now see here, Grim. It is unacceptable for you to make trouble for my liege. What are you looking at, Grim? Red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. He's not even blinking. What's he muttering? Red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, 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 white, red, 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 white, red, red. I can't stop watching the spinning thing. It's making me dizzy.
Are you referring to this post right here?
That's a barber's pole. They typically indicate a barber shop. I can see staff in white uniforms standing next to old fancy red chairs inside. With all that on top of using a barber's pole in this day and age, it must be a pretty old-fashioned operation. You think so? Barbershops in Briar Valley all look similar to this one. Seeing it rather takes me back. I wonder if my old barber is still faring well. I used to go in twice a month. Twice a month? That's a lot of barber visits. My sister only goes once a month for a trim. A proper guard of Malleus must always be properly groomed. I approve of how immaculate your hair always is, 𝙎𝙊𝘾. Many of our students could learn from your example. It is the least I could do in service to such a noble figure. How often did you get your hair cut back home, Jamil? I've been growing my hair out since middle school, so I didn't visit the barber too often. I'd get the ends evened out once every few months at most. It's more work to take care of my hair, though. If anyone here is stringent about their appearance, it's Riddle. What would you do about your hair in the Kingdom of Roses?
I would go to the barber's once a month. My mother scheduled appointments for me. It's always been the same. It's always been at the same time with the same person with the same cut and style. It's important for everything to look neat and trim. That's why I keep my hair short. I cut it myself when I first came to our school.
Truly, do you still do so?
Cater didn't want me doing it for some reason, so now I go to a barber in town just like everyone else.
You should probably thank Cater for that. What about you, Malleus? I would summon my personal hairdresser to the castle.
Goodness, that's royalty for you.
But I grew tired of how much of a production it was each time, so sometimes I'd ask Lilia to cut my hair while he was doing silvers. Man, they're really into haircuts. I should totally... Huh? The shop's got a poster. What's it say? Elevate your trip by trying a traditional Fleur City hairstyle. Ah, so the shop offers traditional hairstyling for tourists to try. I've seen businesses like that in the Scalding Sands. Ooh, really? Can I try one?
It does say anyone is welcome, so it's possible according to the sign at least. What would constitute a traditional Fleur City hairstyle, though?
Weren't tall wigs popular in the Shaflins years ago? Yes, they were fashionable among the aristocracy, along with faux moles on your face. I was trying to combine faux moles together. It was going to be foals, but where? Oh, she blends in.
I don't even know when she went over there.
She's in the TV stand.
Yeah.
I believe the townspeople admired the styles and all donned similar wigs on festival days. I don't think that fashion was unique to Fleur City. It was popular in many countries. Okay, Graham, I talked to the staff. They told me this hairstyle was especially popular in Fleur City back in the day. What's that? Wood shavings. In the old days, they would shape these to look like hair and fix them to people's heads. Want to try it? Yeah, right, I ain't dumb. I know nobody would put wood shavings on their head. What a better decoration could there be for someone who thinks but eating, sleeping, and frolicking? Oh, yeah? You look great with them. Then you wear them! Here, I'll put some all up in your hair.
Come now, it's rude to cause such a commotion in public. If you freshmen don't ring yourselves in, it'll be off with your heads.
Pardon the segue, but speaking of commotions... For all the people here, no one seems to realize that the Malleus Draconia is with us. I wonder if that's due to his hat camouflaging his horns.
Plenty of people are dressed in much flashier ensembles. Maybe you think the horns are part of his costume. It's good that they don't recognize him, though. I was worried we might draw too many crowds, and then we'd have trouble walking around.
Agreed. After all, we can hardly use wood shavings to conceal his horns. Were you just discussing my horns? No, never! Grimm's pitching a fit, and I think that's our cue to move on. We should check on the other groups anyway. What will your group be doing next? I was thinking of walking around and learning a bit more about the local culture. Would that be acceptable to everyone? Absolutely! What eager students you all are. I'm truly proud. I'm sure I don't need to worry about any of you, but do be careful exploring.
Yes, Professor. Thank you for joining us.
Our time together was most enjoyable. And Yuma, Grimm, I'll see you both later. Jamil and Riddle just chatting it up, like...
No, we weren't.
No, we were not talking about your horns. Malice is like, okay.
He doesn't like when people talk about them.
Oh, why?
Because...
Where to next? According to the map, the shopping district is right up ahead.
Goat.
Huh?
I noticed he got snapped out of his thoughts. Did
It's
you
a
see
white
that?
goat, and a small one at that.
A goat in the middle of town. It doesn't have a color either. Does that mean it's wild?
Look again. It has a golden earring. It doesn't appear to be wild.
Oh, you're right. It's friendly too. It's clearly used to being around people.
Do not cozy up to Malleus, goat! Now you're jealous of a goat? This is so pathetic to watch. I wonder if it ran away from its owner, though a goat is an unusual choice for a pet.
The goat is no pet. It's not wild either, mind you. Oh, hello there, Rollo. Are you making your rounds? Just so. I was slightly concerned about how you were faring.
If the goat isn't a pet and it isn't wild, then what is it?
It's cared for by the whole city. You might call it a community goat.
Community goat. I've heard of community cats, but never goats.
We consider goats to be the bringers of good luck here in Fleur City. We treat them with care. They say if you're kind to one, it will come running to your aid when you're in trouble. Interesting. That fact wasn't in any of the books I read before coming here. They're considered ordinary animals here, the same as cats and dogs. It hardly merits writing about.
If they're highly regarded here, then we must be careful in how we treat them.
It seems to have taken a shine to you, Malleus. Look at the way it follows you around.
How unusual. Most animals tend to be afraid of me. You must be quite fearless, little one. Wait a minute. What is it, Jamil? Nothing. You clearly stopped yourself from saying something. It makes me wonder what you're hiding. I was just thinking. Maybe the goat saw Malleus's horns and thinks he's one of them. One of them? Wretched goat, how dare you! You presume to treat my liege as one of your brethren? Your piddly horns are nothing compared to his.
Don't be rude.
Now you're leaping and bounding about. Get back here! You shall pay for your insolence! Someone catch him.
Don't chase it. What part of we treat them with care do you not understand? I apologize for his appalling lack of manners.
Look, the goat's hopping just out of 𝙎𝑒𝑐's reach. Is it teasing him?
Oh yes, our city goats are rather clever. They also sometimes help local businesses by hauling goods. The smarter they are, the more mischievous they can be. But we love them all the same.
It doesn't fear me at all. What an amusing creature. I like it. What? Wretched goat, you must learn your place. Again, you're not in competition with the goat.
It's just making Rollo more mad.
𝙎𝑒𝑐, you should have never got the chance to come.
No, seriously.
Alright, last 2 chapters.
Bleh. Hi. Violet.
Time certainly flies when you're strolling through the city. I'm curious to see what kind of souvenirs they have here, but we don't have much time before the meetup. Yes, we can't be late for the rendezvous. Tardiness would be entirely unacceptable. You sound very empathetic about that.
Then perhaps you should head to the rendezvous point soon. You'll find plenty of souvenirs in the festival square. Is there anything else you'd like to see before you go?
𝙎𝑒𝑐, what would you like to do? Me, sire! Yes, I'd like to hear your thoughts as the youngest of our group. Why, I wouldn't dream of asking you to indulge any requests of mine. I don't mind. I was discussing this very thing with Rosehearts and Vipers while you... Vipers? And Viper while you were chasing the goat.
You're a freshman. I'm willing to humor a little self-indulgence on your part.
Agreed. So go on. Don't be shy. I can tell by the look on your face you have something in mind. Not at all. My interests are the same as all of yours. Studying history and...
That was...
Now I see. You're hungry. No, I'm really not. It's It's alright, you know. I'm interested in trying some local foods myself. Yes, it might be nice to experience some of Fleur City's culinary offerings. 𝙬, are there any good eateries in the area you would recommend?
You want my recommendation? Alright then, come with me.
Sorry about this, human.
That's �𴑆𴏐𴾊𴾿 to you.
𝙬, chill.
He doesn't like the nicknames, so stop. Rolo doesn't like the nicknames at all. Don't do it. He will get mad. 𴬍 keeps peeving him off. This place is good for simple local fare.
Is it a cafe? I noticed there's a lot of outdoor seating.
It's actually a fromagerie, a store that specializes in cheese.
Oh, yes. I can see an array of different cheeses inside.
Oh, I read about this. Fleur City is famous for its cheese. Is this a well-known store, Rolo? One of the better-known ones, yes. Our city has a great many fromageries. Bread and cheese have been staples of ours for a long while, and nowadays we produce many different types of cheese. This particular establishment also runs a cafe, and their menu is themed around their cheeses.
That makes sense. Now that you mention it, I see the people outside sitting... Oh my god. I see the people sitting outside all have pieces of bread that are loaded with cheese.
Well, now that I've gotten you here, I'll be taking my leave.
Sorry for the extra trouble, 𝙬. You have my gratitude, human.
Once again, my name is Rolo 𝙐𝏐𝾊𝾿. Do enjoy your time in Fleur City. 𝙬, do you never learn?
I'll put in our food and drink orders. Malleus, you and everyone else are welcome to have a seat and wait.
He doesn't learn.
Alright, I have our snacks.
Wow, it smells amazing.
A fresh baked baguette sandwich with ham and cheese. So much cheese, in fact, it's spilling out the sides. I'll have one. This is rather nice. I enjoy the richness of the cheese. They said it was goat cheese. There were too many kinds to choose from, so I picked the most popular items on the menu. Again with the goats. They really do love them around here. The cheese is softening from the heat of the baguette. I find that it gives it a distinctive, lingering aftertaste.
Yes, it has a nice step of flavor and pairs well with the saltiness of the ham.
You know, one would never be able to truly appreciate this without sampling it firsthand, even if they had all the knowledge in the world. Hands-on experiences are most intriguing. I wonder if 𝙁 had the same sandwich when he visited Fleur City. I should thank him for encouraging me to come on this trip. This sandwich is cheese made from cow's milk as well as grape compote. By all means, try it. Certainly, just as soon as I have a drink. What's this? The coffee you gave me is rather sweet. It has milk in it as well. Did you perhaps... Bitter! Yes, I must have your coffee. I assume you accidentally switched them. My apologies, sir.
Oh, you take your coffee with milk and sugar, 𝙬?
I merely happen to be in the mood for it at all. It's not like I can't stand black coffee or anything.
Why are you so defensive? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. People have different tastes, you know.
But you get hung up on the strangest things. Not everything has to be a point of pride.
Camille's right. In fact, there was an incident just recently where you dug your heels in over a matter of personal pride during a club meeting and...
I would prefer if you refrained from discussing my blunders in Malleus's presence. Actually, I'd like to hear this, Rosehearts. I'm most curious to know what 𝙬 is like normally. You have it all wrong, my liege. I always comport myself in a way that befits my status as your guard. No. I'll content myself with knowing that you're bonding with people from outside Briar Valley. It's reassuring. Oh, Malleus, such kind words.
Are you crying?
This cheese is unusually salty. Those are your tears. Let's finish up and move on, shall we? We still have much more of the city to enjoy.
So bad.
Oh, boy. And that is it for today. So, thanks for joining me. I know short stream today is just a little shorter than normal, but, you know, can't really help. You know, I had to rush through it anyway because I have therapy at 7 and I didn't want to, accidentally end up, pushing through it or having to stop early, and I was really had my fingers crossed that we wouldn't have to. So that's why we really didn't stop to chat much. But
we did a few times, but it was
yes.
like off comments.
Yes. And so, you know, but we've got a little extra time, so, you know, I can kind of chat now. We can chat now if you want. No?
Yeah.
Can you start feeding the cats?
Yeah, I was going to do so.
Cool. Okay, so, yeah, I will. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you all at the same time tomorrow.